Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony, this is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today we're checking in with The Outer Worlds 2, the sci-fi action RPG sequel from Obsidian Entertainment and Xbox Game Studios. It's out now on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. It's priced between about 50 and 60 quid, and if you've got Game Pass, it's included in there too. Xbox kindly provided me a key for the purpose of this review, so massive thank you to them. And before we get started, if you fancy grabbing yourself a Pimax VR headset, some new games, or protecting yourself online, check the links in the description and comments below. So The Outer World 2 drops you into the colony of Arcadia, a corporate-ruled frontier where the megacorp Anti's Choice has basically merged all the other corporations and now runs everything. You play as an Earth agent sent to investigate strange cosmic rifts and, try and bring freedom back to the world that's basically been sold to the highest bidder. It's got that classic Obsidian humour, corporate satire mixed with space opera chaos. The writing sharp, colourful and full of moments that do make you smirk and get invested in the story. You've got real agency here too. Your choices, companions and consequences actually matter. Early on, you're making decisions that completely change how people react to you. Bring the wrong companion and someone might be like, actually, I'm not going to speak to you because I don't know who you are. Bring someone else and they'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll speak to you now. However, while the story's rich, the pacing in the early levels is a bit slow, and if you skip the first game, you'll probably be a little bit lost because the game doesn't really fill you in that much on previous events. So let's jump into gameplay. The first thing you'll be doing is building your character. You get to customize your traits, perks and skills, stealth, ranged, melee combat, and you can recruit companions to kind of suit your style as you play through the game. There's a lot of freedom here, and I'm sure once Modern gets rolling, we'll see some really cool builds. That said, the character customization itself is maybe a little bit weak. You can change the basics, but it's not super deep, and I didn't spend ages in there. I was just kind of like, well, that kind of looks like me, and carried on with my life. Perks and traits are meaningful though, and the synergy with your companions really matters. I went full goody two-shoes gunslinger, mostly because I like shooting stuff, but also because the combat feels pretty fun in this game. As always with these type of games though, the depth can feel really overwhelming early on, and honestly again, things weren't really explained that well. You'll explore planets, stations, settlements, uncover lore, follow main and side quests, and make dialogue choices that ripple across the world. It honestly feels like what I was expecting Starfield to be when I first played that. Exploration's fun, the worlds are detailed, and the characters are pretty good. There's a huge variety of environments, good dialogue, and proper branching choices. As said, the world kind of reacts to you as well. Your decisions carry that weight. You can't just zone out or skip dialogue. You really do have to pay attention. However, one thing I will say is that a lot of the quests fall into them familiar tropes. Fetch this, kill this, go talk to them, walk back, kill something else, walk back again, and fetch that. And it's fine, but it does get a little bit repetitive. I would have loved a little bit more variety, but on the whole, it wasn't too bad. Traveling between zones can feel a little bit slow. There is fast travel, but sometimes I just wish for a mount or vehicle to zip around on. Combat is definitely better than the first game. It's sharper, more fluid, and more satisfying. You've got firearms, melee, stealth, companions fighting alongside you, and you feel like the tactical positioning does matter. Guns feel punchy, melee hits with weight, and I generally enjoyed the combat flow. The variety of weapons and tactics does keep it fresh. You can go in loud, go stealth, or send your companions in first, which is usually what I did. Send them in, they get killed, and then I finish up afterwards. However, one of the biggest issues for me was the lack of feedback when you're about to die. The game almost gives you no feedback. You're low on health, and then suddenly, boom, you're dead. You're like, I thought I was fine. And half the time I didn't even realise I was dying until I respawned. It's especially frustrating when health packs and ammo are a little bit stingy early on, and that lack of clarity in near-death moments definitely needs tightened up a little bit. But apart from that, really enjoyed the combat. Beyond fighting and exploring, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You've got gear upgrades, factions, companions, multiple endings. The choices carry over for replay value. You can go to your traders, you can sell stuff, you can buy stuff, you've got blueprints, you can craft items. There's a load going on. There's genuine progression here. You feel stronger, richer, and more influential with each chapter. However, like most RPGs, some systems feel great, some feel a little bit less polished or a little bit too familiar. You can tell where the development time went into the big stuff: story, world, combat. Some of the smaller loops don't feel quite as good. The game runs on Unreal Engine 5 and visually it looks fantastic. The alien worlds are colourful, the landscapes are detailed and characters have actual expression and life. They still look a little bit dead behind the eyes, but they look a lot better than they used to. It's a really good looking game, even if it's not quite pushing the boundaries of what next gen consoles and gaming can do, but still looks good. There's the occasional bit of jank, a weird animation here, texture pop in here, low poly graphics knocking around, but nothing game breaking. The UI is also pretty simple to use. I wish it was maybe a little bit more fun to look at, but it's functional. Sound wise, very good. Voice acting is top tier, the writing is as witty as ever, and the music perfectly fits the mood. Calm in exploration, tense in battle. Dialogue especially is where Obsidian shines. Characters sound human, not like robots reading a script. So here's where I land with Outer Worlds 2. This is a really strong sci-fi RPG. I'm not the biggest RPG fan. I don't really have the time to get involved. However, this one, full of choice, charm and personality, and I really enjoyed my time with it. It takes what worked from the first game, which I also kind of enjoyed, but I got a bit bored towards the mid game. It refines it and builds a world that's generally fun to live in. It's not perfect by any stretch, but overall, I just had a great time with it. For me, I would say it's a solid, if I ever scored, 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's a pretty high scoring game. And I think if you're into action RPGs, great world building, meaningful choices, this one just absolutely lands it. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and let me know your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'm Tony, this is the 15 Minute Gamer, and I'll see you among the stars.